What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment. IG tip top out on the video, and we're gonna hop right into it. So today, obviously we are back. If you've seen from the title with a game 6 reaction, this one will probably be the shortest one of them all because it's really not too much to say. This was a flat out ass kicking by the Indiana Pacers. And I don't think it's too much to say as a baseline than that. So we're just gonna hop right into it. So okay, the first thing coming into the game that was a point of tangent is Halliburton's health. So Halliburton's health, obviously, he had this calf injury that he was dealing with that, in game 5 it seemed to have limited him. He was very what's the word I'm looking for? He was very I don't he wasn't moving well. Let me say he wasn't moving well. It was lethargic. Lethargic is the word I'm thinking. He was very lethargic. But this game, it seemed to be a lot different. Now, obviously, he didn't, get up 20 shots like I think he has to sometimes because everybody played so well. But he moved a lot better. He got shots off. He was a lot more aggressive. So that helped. Like I said, he is the engine to the Indiana Pacers. So if he doesn't play well, it's over with for them. At the same time, like I said, him getting the 12 shots, but him being able to get downhill and getting aggressive helped the team a lot better. So now, like I said, getting back to what the team did, Indiana Pacers as a whole, because that was a flat out ass kicking. Let's just be for real. So we have 20 from Obi Toppin off the bench, 12 from T.J. McConnell, 7 from Ben Shepherd, and that big 3 at the end of the quarter. 14 from Tyrese Halliburton, 17 from Nembhard, and 16 from Pascal, and 10 from Nesmith. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in double digits. 6 double-digit scores is probably gonna help you a lot of time. That's a big game from Obi. Obi has been, I'm not gonna lie, Obi has been hooping his ass off. Obi has played well a lot of games in the playoffs and scored at least 15, 17 every. He has done that a couple games that he did it one time. Niggas ain't think he's gonna do it no more, but he has continued to do it. So shout out to Obi. Obi has been hooping his ass off. Another thing that was an issue in this game that was actually an issue as well in game 4 was OKC's 3-point shooting. OKC flat out, they made what, 3 3-point shots in game 5. They made, or game 4 I should say, and they end up making 8 tonight. But at some point they went 8 for 30, but at one point they were like 1 for 12. So that mean they end up going what, 7 for 18, which is still not the best, but it's not terrible either. So it's still not 7 for 18, all right. But 7 for 18 down the stretch. But at one point they were 1 for 12. They started horrendously shooting from 3, and it was just bad. None of them really got going. As you see, Shea had 21, and he only had 15 shots. It was just kind of like, nigga, they got down so bad. It was just like, nigga, we shouldn't even, fuck it up for ourselves. They was like down 30 going into the 4th. So it was just like, we shouldn't even fuck it up for ourselves. Another point of tangent that was terrible for the team is the turnovers. At one point, I remember OKC had like a couple turnovers, and then Indiana had none. So when you have no turnovers to quite a few, it's crazy. But they ended with 21 to 11 points conceded off turn. I'm not gonna lie, the Oklahoma made this game look a lot better at the end, especially when I damn near, I ain't gonna lie, when I cut this bitch off, because I left at like 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter because they were just getting their ass clapped and they won't come back from that. So they made this game look a lot better in them last couple minutes because it was a lot worse than this. But 21 turnovers to 11 turnovers, 10 plus turnovers. It say 19 points conceded, so 19 to 13 points. Now 6 points don't seem as bad, but then you get the fast break points, 11 to 22. When you keep getting beat in the margins like this, it doesn't look well, especially when Pacers were shooting decent to well from 3. They had a shot 15-42, which is not the craziest from 3, but it's better than damn 8 for 30. So yeah, that shows a lot of why. One thing, this is the first loss that he actually started the 2 bigs. As y'all know, if y'all been watching A Point, he started 3 bigs. I ain't even peeped that shit. No, I'm tweaking. My fault. But as y'all know, A point of tangent for me with the Oklahoma City Thunder is starting the 2 bigs, because before this, every game they started the 2 bigs, they had won. In the games he went away from it, they lost. And even though they got up big in game 1 and ended up, they Knicks came back, they still lost. So this was the first game that they lost starting the two bigs. The two bigs, it didn't really make a difference when you can't hit, the side of a barn in the game. Y'all niggas and y'all turn the ball over, so they can't really, if y'all turn the ball over and shooting long threes, they can't really, offensive rebound and use their size against people, especially or as well as Indiana, they was getting to that, it was the easiest ran game for Indiana when you consider OKC defense. It was suffocating them. It just wasn't, the pressure wasn't as bad this game, so it was like, that them collapsing as well. It was a lot easier to get their passes out. They were shooting as well, and then you had the whole team getting right. So it was a recipe for disaster. Everything just did not go well for the OKC Thunder this game. Like nothing went right. So and it was just basically an early end to the game. I mean, like I said, they were down 30 going into the fourth already. It looked like they had some little bit of light in the third quarter. They had an 8-0 run that quickly got answered, and it got bad, especially. And then Ben Shepherd ended off the quarter with that deep three. It was like, yeah, it's wrapped. So then you go into a little bit of fourth quarter. He doesn't even put the starters in the fourth quarter. So a nigga don't put the starters in the fourth quarter. You already know where the game is going with that. So like I said, this probably be the shortest one of them all because it really was just a flat out ass kicking. But that's really all I gotta say though. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I do tip top on the video, and we out.